Hello and welcome to the pretest. I wanted to show a short introduction on how to take these tests on Google Forms in case this is the first time that you've taken a course this way. And this is the first time that you've used Google Forms. So it's fairly easy to use a Google form. Simply click into the area that you want and then go ahead and type. Now, as you scroll through the rest of the pretest, most of the answers are just going to be actuated by clicking. For example, class period, you're going to select which class period you're in. Here, I'm going to select 7th. Then you're going to move through the various questions. You'll do your best to answer them correctly. However, this test is not timed, and this test also is not for credit, but rather to see how much you know before we go through the lessons. So let's look at an example. How familiar are you with arguments? This question is just a survey question where you're going to select whether you feel like you're very familiar, not so familiar, but familiar, neither familiar or not familiar, mostly unfamiliar, or not familiar at all. There's also 2 other survey questions: how interested you are in developing your arguments, and how do you feel about online lessons in general. These questions are for me to know how you feel about this format and what you want to do in the future. Then begins the pretest. The pretest consists of several 2 response selection areas and a multiple response area considering claims and warrants here and identification here. When you're done, you're going to click submit. If you've missed a question, it'll tell you which questions have not been submitted and how they need to be filled in. Thank you so much for your time and attention.